good morning, or maybe it's good afternoon by now. It's Cindy Lee, and I wanted to jump out here because someone had asked me to do an application of our foundation for mature skin, and they wanted me to use our sponge. Well, I love our Blenderful. It comes in this cute little mesh bag, so it's not sitting directly on your counter. Easy for it to dry out. A flat surface for kind of pressing on those larger areas, a little point for getting into those small peaks. So you may have a different sponge you use, but I'm just going to show you a little bit about the application using LimeLife by Alcone's foundation that I think is absolutely the best. So I have been just using my own foundation, and I always, when I'm using the sponge, put some on the back of my hand. And I like to do that and warm that up because it has a very, very buttery feel. And even though I'm going to take my sponge, it's like in here, I think the application is a little bit better when I put it on the back of my hand first, as opposed to just putting it in your foundation palette and turning it a half a turn. I think you maybe use a little bit more that way. So I'm always trying to maximize on the product. So I'm going to now put this on the back of my hand with a little bit of turn. Using the flat side, I'm just going to start pressing that into my skin. Now, when I dampen my sponge, which I always do when I am using it, I actually run it under the faucet, and then I squeeze all of the water out of it because you want it damp but not drippy wet. As you can see, the coverage it's getting. I'm going to show you the other way to just kind of roll it a little bit right up here by my eyes. Now, I don't know if you can see, but sometimes the pores on the side of my nose are very, very large. And because they're large, it's a little bit harder for me to get them in there, so I do need to press just a little bit more into those pores. I also have creases above my upper lip. Kind of a little bit of a rolling motion. Now, one thing you may notice, I never am pulling down. I'm always kind of pushing into my skin. I'm trying to roll up, sideways. I never like to pull down on my skin, only because gravity is doing enough of the pulling that I don't believe I need to do that. You can kind of see that I have the coverage that I'm looking for. I don't know how many of you got that little Blenderful hollow ball with the 5 little minis. I'm going to show you the difference in the size between the two. I love this little mini. I'm going to just put a little bit on him so you can kind of see what how great he is for kind of getting into these areas. A little bit smaller, a little bit easier to apply, I think. So I think we still have some of these available from our holiday collection. So if you don't have one yet, you may just want to pick one up. In the hollow ball, you get 5 of these little mini Blenderfuls and some of our Come Clean brush cleaner. So if you can see, the foundation has a great coverage. I don't know if you noticed some of the red disappear that was on my face. Then I always take a little bit of powder, our setting powder, to set that. And once I do that, I really believe I have my flawless finish going on. I think it makes my skin look much younger. I'm just going to grab and put a little bit of blush on my cheeks. I'm going to run a few errands today and think that having a little bit of blush on when I go out. I always save my hair for last, so I will need to run upstairs and get my hair done before I go. And you'll see my glasses on top of my head. I don't know about you, but I often need my reading glasses or when I'm doing close-up work. So that's just a little bit of blush. I think I maybe got a little bit more than I had planned on, so I'm just going to grab my bigger brush and kind of blend that in a little bit better. It's one of the good things about our makeup. A little goes a long way, and it's very easy to correct if you did something that you're not completely happy with. Now I'm just going to add a little color, just a light little pink. And voila! That's how quick and easy it is to do your foundation. So if you are looking for a sponge, really check out the LimeLife sponges. I know there are other ones out there, but I can't tell you how wonderful and dense this is. Has its own little container, medic flap, and my little one that I got with my holiday collection also fits right inside there. Life gives you limes. Be the light. Have an amazing day, everyone. And I'll be back using foundation application using one of our buffer brushes next. Have a great day.